What's going on, guys? Hope you all are having a great day out there today. So today we got some parts in. I just got back from a work trip. I was gone for about a week, and I came back to some goodies, and we're going to try and get a few cars fixed up here. As most of you know, the Creighton 4S, I've been having a lot of issues with the rear drive shafts on this thing. So I got me a set of these heavy-duty CVD slider set. I haven't tried using these yet. Needless to say, they have different wheel nuts, so I got to see if this stuff transfers over or how these work. Hopefully they will. And finally, I got in the rear diff locker for the EXB. I also got this one from Hot Racing, but it's pretty clear that this is not the right one. I'm not sure if this is for the 4S or 3S line. I'll have to take a look. But I did get, I know the proper one, because Rocky gave me the link to these, because I was having a hard time finding them on eBay, but he sent me the link, so thanks again for that, bud. But this is going to go in the EXB, so we're going to try to get the Creighton 4S and the new EXB up and running today, so stay tuned, guys. Alright guys, well I got one on there, and she fit up there perfectly. After I got everything out of the bag here and took a look at it, it all made sense. They're really simple to put together. But hopefully these should hold up a little better. I'm thinking they should. I mean, you know, the ends are steel. The composite slider is very beefy and big. So I'm thinking these should hold up pretty decent. And, you know, all you got to do is pull the screw out of that end, slide it apart like you normally would, and your bearings and everything else, your stock bearings fit right back up on there perfectly. So the fit and finish of these are really nice. I'm really impressed with it so far. I'll show you side by side the stock one versus this. So I'm not sure if this is going to capture very well on camera, but the diameter of these slider ones are definitely way beefier. You can probably see a little better there, but they're definitely a lot heavier construction. So these might be a winner from breaking these drive shafts constantly on the back of this thing. I finally got the slipper clutch working properly, and then I was busting rear drive shafts constantly. So hopefully this cures this problem, but I'm going to go ahead and get the second one on there and throw a battery and give her a quick test out and see what they're like. Alrighty, we got both the new drive shafts in there. So we got a battery in this thing. As you can hear, that fan running like crazy. So let's go give it a rip and see what happens. Alright guys, well, it'll be a little test out of here at the back to see if anything breaks or the clutch gets weird. These new drive shafts in there, you can definitely hear the slipper clutch working. You know, I mean, it seems like the slipper is working pretty decent now. He's running good. As long as these drive shafts actually hold up. You can't even get on it full throttle. It just wants to wheel it. This car is always so much fun, but I've been having all these issues with drive shafts and stuff, but maybe this will take care of it. But to properly test it, we're going to have to get it down to the track here and give it a proper beating. So far, so good. I'm hoping to head down to the motocross track, or I might even head down to the BMX park here sometime in the next couple days. So we'll have this thing down here and see how she holds up. But we're going to get working on the EXB now, so let's move on to that, guys. All right, guys. Well, it's been a hot minute since we had the EXB on the bench, but here we go. And we are going to throw in the locking spool. So I'm not going to go through all of it. I'm going to pop the rear differential out of this thing, and I'll bring you guys back when I'm getting to put this thing in there. But see what happens. I know I was watching on Rocky's channel. He did it to his, and you know, he was really liking it. So see how this thing holds up. The only issue I guess he ran into was the pin that locks into the slot there had busted off on one of his. Now he is running a lot more power on his. I have the stock BLX 185 system in mind, so I don't know. I might not have an issue, and if I do, then I'll be finding probably some hardened drill bits to make my own pins out of them, but we'll see how it goes. Stay tuned. And here, guys, we see the elusive Kraton EXB rear differential in all its glory. Anyway, I have this thing torn apart. Pulled this thing apart again, and I was able to fit another one of the 0.2 millimeter shims underneath this to get rid of a little extra slop and tighten it up as much as possible. The other side, this side is as tight as it goes. I couldn't even get another pin or another shim on this side. But so this one is now rocking 2.2 millimeters and 2.3 millimeters on this side. And it got rid of a lot of that extra play in there. So Now all that's left is to drop this thing in here and see what happens. Alright, well, I got her slid down in there. She's locked in place. I'm going to go ahead and just drop the other side on here and screw this thing back together and get her in the car and see what happens. Guys, well, I got her all back together again. I did throw a little bit of grease of some of my 100,000 in there just to help run on the seals and those rubber big gaskets inside. I know you really don't need it now, but figured a little bit of grease in there can't hurt anything. But she's all back together again. Got my screw back in place on the side here to hold the pin. So I'm going to throw this back in the car, and I'll bring you back when we get a battery in this thing and taking it for a rip. Alright guys, well, we got the EXB out here. We got the differential locker in here. Got a battery in it, so we're going to test it out here and see how it runs, what it's like, and all that good stuff. Haven't seen this thing ran in ages. There's a different new battery I got in here. Ooh, she wants to come up on the back corners. Running pretty good. Uh-oh. Hung up on a grapevine. Well, so far so good. At least it's finally moving. Not sure. You know, I heard everybody say with the lock differentials, if you're going to lock them, it's better off if you use it on dirt and grass and stuff like that than on the concrete. They don't handle quite as well. So 90% of the times I'm on the dirt anyway, so we'll see how we like it. But it's nice to finally see this thing run again. Kind of excited. Got to run this thing for all of like an hour, and it's been broken for over a month now. So far so good. Yeah, that back end, when you hit it on the pavement, it just wants to kick out a little bit more. I noticed without that slip, one wheel losing traction and one wheel gaining. I can notice a little bit of difference in that. But she's running nice. So, well, that is going to do it, guys. I'm excited. We got the Creighton 4S running again, see how those drive shafts hold up, and we finally got the EXB mobile again. So we are definitely going to be heading down to the track. I think I'm going to try and head down there tomorrow, and we're also going to make a trip down to the BMX park this week. So there should be a couple fun videos coming. So till next time, y'all, be safe, be careful out there. Peace out, everybody.